Hey, good morning, everyone. Just checking in, keeping my social distancing. Don't want anyone within 6 feet of me, but trying to get some sense of normalcy in my life. To keep everybody straight. Stability, then opportunity. That's my motto the next few days. Oh, she's sneaking up behind me. Anyway, I thought I'd take a few questions this morning. Hopefully you can hear me fine. I'm happy to answer questions. Anyone want to join me? Let's see. Satema, what's up, my brother? I miss you from the gym. I feel much bigger now, though, not standing next to you in the gym. If you haven't checked out Temagami, you have to. The man is inspirational, and he's a Super Bowl champ. I am on the pier at Pacific Beach. Walked up here and just found a peaceful spot that I could feel normal again for a couple. Let's see, we got a question here. Let's go live, brother. 15-year-old from South Africa. Yep, jump on. Here we go. Where to apply for grants to fund a startup? Go to a place called Google and go ahead and type in startup grants, and there will be a list of places for you. I always tell people, be more interested than interesting. Google's a great place to get started for anything, and you just keep clicking and clicking and flying more and more and more. How's everybody doing? What do you recommend to be prepared for the new opportunity that is coming? For me, it's develop skills, attain as much knowledge as you can, ask a series of questions of how you can be of service and of help now, and ask people how they can help you, and if they know anyone that can help you with developing your skills, knowledge, and most of all, let's work on the toughness. I know Temagami is on here, so he's one of the toughest guys I know. But when I say that, I mean the people that are successful through good times and bad times and maintenance times, they must be what they can be. And so if you don't have that desire and inspiration, this is a good time to practice that. Practice ending fear. Fear will always be present. So let's go live here. See Casey in the building. I will add you. I'm on. Thank you. No problem. Let's see if we can get people going here. Get the connection way out here. Let's see.
David, can you hear me, brother?
Hey, look at that look, man. I love those glasses.
Thank you, man. They got the red light glasses, making sure that my health comes first in this pandemic. And I want to quickly jump on and just, before I ask you a few questions, I know Casey's on here. I know I've got a good friend, Timmy's on here. I just saw Henry joined. But I want to quickly share my little story because I'd love to get you on my podcast. But before I do that, my name is Marcus Tavor, and I'm a 15-year-old serial entrepreneur, digital marketer, and passionate podcast host from South Africa. And my why, my purpose, I've been so blessed to have amazing parents and the opportunity to listen to your podcast, to listen to Casey Adams' podcast, and then to apply that knowledge and take action. And I've listened to 65 podcasts in 1 month, read 30 books in 30 days. And even though I leave school in the morning at 6 and I go back home at 6 p.m., I still prioritize growing and developing myself as a person, my mindset, my spiritual side, my physical, mental. If I can show you here on my screen, I've got a red light sauna right next to me because I know that if my health is not sorted out, I can't function. My business can't function. So I wanted to quickly say that my purpose is to help individuals take their passions and aspirations and create a successful and fulfilling business. And my question to you is, if you could ask and give advice, if your 16-year-old David was sitting right in front of you, what advice would you give to him?
The same advice I give to myself every day, and that's to be radically humble. So the practice of understanding the ego, and to live in humility and understand there's a higher source of power, light, and love and lessons in everything, and that I need to clear that connection at all times. And so, especially at 16, 18, 21, I was so far in my own way because I didn't understand the ego. I didn't know what I didn't know. And the more I would practice radical humility, the greater the outcome would be exponentially as I got older and older. But I still find that, even with the pursuit that I'm on and enjoying the consistent, persistent pursuit of my own potential, radical humility is the key. And so always humble ourselves at all times by understanding, look, why am I doing this? What parts of my ego that need to be right, that need to be offended, need to be inferior, superior, separate? But the one thing you have is that ultimate desire we were just talking about. So I appreciate you with that desire, because you are someone that absolutely must be what they can be. And I really look forward to helping you and seeing what you can do through this time and then beyond. We need more old souls like you with great wisdom to lead our next
Thank you.
generation of
Appreciate that,
leaders.
man. And I got a book coming out, just partnered with Maddox Publishing, that's going to be at 100,000 homes by the end of the year. And it's focusing on helping teenagers who are lost, broken, depressed. And we're going to go into, what are they struggling with, self-esteem, and creating the perfect mindset. So I'd love for you to, I got Mike Dillard got a paragraph in there, Johnny Dumas got a paragraph in there, and I love for you to drop some of your values, some of your passions and advice to the community, because I really feel that this book is going to go, one thing is, if you say advice to 15 and teenagers, they might say, hold on, this is a new era. What do we can't relate to you. We can't resonate with you. So that's why I felt that I needed to create the book, because
Sure.
they can really,
Let me get to the next guy, but email me at david@dmeltzer.com. I'd love to help you. Remember, man, human nature never changes. So studying history and talking to old people is a great way to learn human nature and apply it to your values, which you should be taking inventory every day.
And that's how
Let's touch base again. I want to get to the next guy, so I appreciate you, man.
Cool.
You
Can I
got
get you on the podcast, David?
Reach out, david@dmeltzer.com. I'd love to join you.
Thanks. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. All right, my young brothers and sisters out there, amazing. Check it out. Let's see, we've got a few more questions coming in. Wow, not just a few more. Holy the moly, it went crazy here. Let's see here. Can you motivate someone who does not have a desire to do something? Just incrementally, just like you can motivate someone that has a huge desire. So remember, everybody's on their own quantum journey, meaning you have only so much potential, but we can increase incrementally people's journey for what they desire. And so it's our job to inspire. In other words, help them clear the connection to what they're already connected to, more than motivate. Motivate's a temporary state. It's not going to last, but inspiration, that connection that you have, lasts and perpetuates in a long format. Look, you can't change other people. The way that we help them incrementally change is to understand them and then pray for their happiness and offer how we can be of service or of value. But in the end, everyone has their own exclusive decision with their own exclusive and own individual quantum being, their own DNA. But please keep trying to help everyone the best you can, and don't forget to ask for help. Would you consider now a good time to invest in the market? Which market, first of all? I assume you mean the stock market. Look, once you study what's going on, and there's 3 areas to study in the stock market. One, the stocks that have been doing really well during this period of time, and see what capabilities that those companies have, and see how you could supplement or synergistically work with those types of capabilities. I always say, look at the companies that have maintained their value through this period of time. Those will get you where you want to be better than anything. And then look for the industries where companies have taken the biggest hit that will come back. I'm a sports guy, so I know there'll be long lines in arenas and stadiums and concerts, and I know people will gamble, especially here in America. That's on the unbelievable uprise. So if there's certain stocks that have been hit, you don't have to hit the bottom. Just go ask an expert in the industry if it's oversold. If something is oversold, buy it. If something's overbought, sell it. That's simple. Make your own choices on timing. Thank you, everyone, for all these questions. Let's get there's some funny stuff in here. Why do people think there's a shortcut or a quick tip? That's the nature of how we're built, right? We want instant gratification. We get hungry, we eat. We're tired, we sleep. And from the basis of that, our ego then starts conditioning itself. And so what we want to do is go ahead and shift our mindset so that we get these shortcuts and quick tips every day that lead to an exponential growth or acceleration. So we do and can utilize shortcuts and quick tips in order to effectuate a longer term goal where we detach our emotions from the longer outcome and we just enjoy the pursuit of our potential. So I think it's just a nature type of thing with ego, and we're able to facilitate understanding that ego and using the ideas of shortcuts and quick tips in order to get long-term gain. That's how you institute that feeling or emotion that we have. It's a really good question. I've never been asked that one. So thank you so much. How do you bring positive people into your life? Be a positive person. Likes attract likes. It's really simple. When you take the conscious, subconscious, and unconscious work and practice of being positive and always trying to see things with the light, the love, and the lessons that they contain, every single thing I have a pursuit to learn how to love it. And you could take any situation like now, and I'm always searching for the light, the love, and the lessons in it. And that brings the positivity, the higher frequency, which is a beacon. It has a strong signal, a wide spectrum, and a clear message in order to effectuate more positive people around me. And then I'm very aware when people aren't positive, and I don't need to surround myself with the right people. I'm sorry, I don't have to surround myself with the wrong people, the wrong ideas. So I allow them to fall out of the way. So let's go ahead and join one more person live real quick. Let's see here. Getting on here. Thank you so much. Jakey, how are you? He's my main man, Jake. Hey, it's the
Hey,
Brave
there
Doctor.
he is.
How are you?
What's going on, Dave?
I saw your name there. I had to let you join, and I'd love for you to ask a poignant question that we can help everybody.
Really quick, the question I've been getting a lot this week was, as an entrepreneur, is now the time to be investing in growing my brand and business?
Oh, so if you're stable and you're able to stable those that are most relative to you, I don't think there's a better time than times of uncertainty to build your brand, right? I mean, number one, there's less competition right now, but two, people need good ideas. And if you have quality content that you can distribute consistently, whether you're a brand or a personal brand, right? Like, I mean, the actual product, service, or solution, or people like you and I, there's no better time than a time of uncertainty in which to effectuate, sending out that quality content, because people won't forget, especially, people won't forget now, those people that are able to clear the interference and corrosion, the obstacles, voids, and shortages that become more relevant when things are uncertain. They won't forget the brands that help them do that. I was on the phone with someone, just to give props, that works for Ernst & Young. And I've been coaching this individual for years, and he was almost in tears about how supportive his company was. And this is internal branding, not putting quality content out, but they have 7,000 employees. They're putting out the right content where this kid is, and he's in his 30s. When things turn back around and maybe, the partnership didn't come as early as they think, or the blame, shame, and justification because, there's some long hours that they're working, he might have a different perspective or a sense of gratitude because of that internal branding. And I think the same thing happens externally. So if you want to right now, even if all you're doing is capturing your quality content, even if you're not amplifying it, there's no better time than times of uncertainty in which to capture, modify, amplify, and perpetuate your content in order to provide value or service to other people.
Beautiful. Thank you, my man.
Talk to you soon, man. Let's go live again.
We'll do.
All right. Have a great weekend.
You too.
I just accidentally let everybody see my view on accident, but not too bad, actually. Everything happens for a reason. Look at that. Oh, there's the famous Jacqueline Burnett. All right, we'll go back to the ugly man. Anyway, ugly men have lots of knowledge. Let's go to a few more questions, and then we will call it a weekend. Here it is. This must be a Charger question. Who's our next quarterback? Oh, man, I wish it was Cam Newton. That's what I wish. I think he's the best person for the job. I think we're going to take the best player we can out of the draft and let Taylor see if he can hold the reins for the new stadium when it opens and we have full suites. And I'm opening an office and my podcast studio in the new stadium, so I can't wait to get those big long lines. I can't wait for people to come and see the Rams and the Chargers again. It's going to, sports for me, it's going to be such a joy because it's going to be a testament to our country when people are lined up at the airports and lined up at restaurants and lined up at movie theaters all again. Remember, money doesn't disappear, it just slows down. And when the money slows down, it's time to innovate, create opportunities. But you can't do it unless you're stable, and you got to ask for help in order to get stability no matter who you are, and you got to offer help. So learn to ask and practice those series of questions to provide value and provide help to others. Thank you. Yeah, ugly men have lots of money. I'm living proof. Always have been. Well, because we have to try harder, right? That's all right. Let's see here. What are your beliefs on karma? Depends on your definition of karma, but my definition of karma is, for me, be kind to your future self and do good deeds. So my belief on karma is the same as it is on future and past lives. If I have a choice whether there's karma or not, or I have a choice whether I'm going to live forever or not, because there's no scientific proof of it being or not being, why not take the positive perspective? It only helps you. So I believe that the more that we do unconditionally, not trading, but the more that we do unconditionally, we are just making room for what we want. And I hope everyone believes in some sort of good deed, philosophy, mitzvah philosophy, anything that you may believe, to make room for what you want. Don't do it to trade. I spent many years being benevolent and generous in the wrong respect, helping my family, my friends, my community, because I wanted something back. I wanted notoriety or superiority or ego-based emotions or just gratitude back. Learn to live within the karmic belief of unconditionally giving to others and doing good deeds. And believe me, giving as much as you can, however you can, picking up trash and carts and putting back whatever. We'll go there. I appreciate it. But it's a very, very important question. There's some really unique questions today. This is one of my favorites. How do you turn your passion into a career? Number one, you have a great opportunity to figure out what your passions are and go ahead and learn how to monetize surrounding those passions. But I prefer to take the perspective of learning to be passionate about everything I do. Think about it. If you can be passionate about everything that you do, you can literally love your life no matter what's going on. And so that's why I'm out here on this deck right here, right? I know social distancing, but more importantly, I'm trying to find the most beautiful place and take an opportunity to do this. I have lived in San Diego, I don't for how long, and I don't remember the last time I've been out here. And this is the most gorgeous place and the most gorgeous day. So I'm actually learning and practicing passion and putting it into my career. And so that's what I suggest everyone does, is practice being passionate about everything that you do. All right, we're going to take one more live, and we'll let everyone get on with their Saturday. Let's see here who we have in. So many people. Thank you so much. Danny, how are you? Love from Berlin. I hope everything's well. Good to see you. Nick, we're trying to join live with Nick. It may or may not come through out here on the deck. It looks like we'll go right to this, the last question then. My family is waiting. I can't believe how many questions. Hey, by the way, we're going to go live every day. Friday, I'm doing a free training like I do for my community. We try almost every Friday to do that. So we'll end with this question here. How to get next to wealthy individuals with no money? That's easy. Look, volunteer. The secret is to be a little more interested than interesting, but you've got to, surround yourself with the right people and the right ideas. And the best way is to volunteer for the charities that they're involved with, the companies that they work for, shadow, mentor, mentee, whatever it is, be of service. If you're sitting at home, depressed, scared, angry, anxious, frustrated, go ahead, volunteer. Go do something for somebody, whether it's online, on the phone, via email. Do something for someone else in your home. Do something for someone else. I guarantee you, we will create the greatest virus that exists, which is serotonin. Serotonin is the most powerful virus, and this is the way I'm going to end. I hate to be repetitive, but